So by now, I'm sure many of you have heard the rumored Disney Smash Bros. Game. Believe the rumor if you want or don't. I couldn't care less. You know, there's no harm in believing something if you want to. Believe in Bigfoot, believe in UFOs. Who cares? The point of the video is a roster wish list. So opinions are involved here. So if you think other people's opinions are always wrong, this is probably the right video for you. So either way, just a roster wish list in case a Disney Smash Bros. Game ever does get created. So I had a hard time coming up with a perfect amount of characters for a base roster. So 44 characters. I will be revealing them in groups of 4. The groups don't mean anything necessarily. Doesn't mean they're all related, although some of them are. You'll see what I mean. The first group of 4. Here's the first characters. Gonna go with Mickey, Goofy, Donald, and Scrooge McDuck. Those are gonna be my first 4 characters. Again, I didn't want to go too overboard, so I put a cap on it for me. Again, it's a wish list, so I could have put whoever I want, but I also tried to be somewhat realistic with, all right, only maximum of 4 characters per franchise, I guess we'll say. So only 4 of the Mickey Mouse Club. I don't even know, but either way, you see the first 4, so that's that. Up next is going to be the Star Wars characters, and I do feel there's going to be a pretty decent handful depending on the roster size. So the next 4 characters for me, Darth Vader, Rey, Chewbacca, and probably, I'm going to let this sit out there, Darth Maul would be my #1 most wanted Star Wars character. I'm just going to let that sit out there. Tell me I'm right, tell me I'm wrong, but I'm right, but tell me whatever. Who is your most wanted Star Wars? If you could only have one Star Wars rep, who would it be? Darth Maul would be mine, no doubt. Not saying anybody else can't get in or doesn't deserve it more than him. I'm saying personal preference, that is for me. So let's move to the next group because we don't need to dwell on Star Wars forever. After Star Wars is going to be Marvel. Marvel was very difficult. Very difficult, but the 4 I came up with were kind of cliche. Captain America, Iron Man, Spider-Man. I went Thanos ultimately in the end. If anybody knows me, I'm a very big fan of villains, getting to play as villains, so I couldn't pass up the opportunity of Thanos. With the Infinity Stones, just he could do whatever he wants. Think of that moveset for a second. That'd be insane. So that alone definitely, in my opinion, warrants a spot on the roster, so that's why he's on my wish list. Everybody else is pretty self-explanatory, so let's move to the second row. So things maybe start getting a tiny bit more interesting or unpredictable, a little bit. So either way, next group of 4 characters is going to be 3 from Toy Story and then the Monster Inc. duo. So of course you got Woody, Buzz. Like I just said with Thanos, I'm a big fan of villains, so give me Emperor Zurg. I will take that all day, any day. I will take, if we can only have one Toy Story rep, I'll take Emperor Zurg over Buzz and over Woody in a heartbeat. No questions asked, okay? I'm just gonna put that out there. But then Mike and Sully, Monster Inc. duo, I think they would work very well as a team, as they do in the movies, right? So make them a 2-in-1 character. They help each other. Maybe Sully's the main character and Mike kind of pops in the moveset wherever he can to help out. So I think something like that would be really cool. A 2-in-1 character, if you will. So I don't know. Could you make them an Ice Climbers type of thing? I don't know if that kind of works, but either way, they're both going to be in, but I have them as a 2-in-1 character. So there's that. Next group of 4 characters. We're going to go Mr. Incredible, Elastigirl, Elsa, and Maleficent. So I think the Incredible duo, I guess, Mr. Incredible and Elastigirl powers, they're kind of like built for this kind of game in a way. Elsa, you just can't leave her out, right? And then Maleficent, villains, pretty simple. I don't think I need any more explanation on that. Next group of 4 characters. Now, yeah, here we go. Next group of 4. Rapunzel, hair, come on, right? I've always thought Shantae or Dixie Kong and Smash Bros. With hair whips or ponytail, something like that would be pretty fun, and Rapunzel can kind of fit that to a T, so there you go. Wreck-It Ralph. How would you make a Disney Smash Bros. Game and leave Wreck-It Ralph off the roster? Yeah, you can't do that, so he makes mine. My #1 most wanted character out of everything would be Jack Skellington. I know that's not a huge reach, most likely he'd be in the roster anyway, but still my #1 most wanted. And then perhaps my biggest sleeper pick here, I might sound crazy, the Brave Little Toaster Squad, all as one character. So as you see in the image, maybe I zoom in on it, but Toaster is on Vacuum. So Vacuum's kind of acting in a way, Vacuum's like the main character you control. He's going to be how you go back and forth, right? But you can use all the characters, their different, we'll say, abilities. For example, Vacuum, he's going to be the one going back and forth. Maybe he's got like a charged up ability where you can dash forward really quickly and kind of slam into somebody, something like that. Then you got Blanky, who could end up acting as a, I don't know, like a parachute or something like that. So, you know, you activate it and kind of you fall slower to the ground, so you got a little bit more control, something like that. You got Radio, turn the radio on and he's blasting shockwaves out. Something like that would be cool. Then you got Lamp, who could fire, it'd be kind of weird, but he just like shoots the light bulb forward. So maybe it's like a stun sort of attack, like you kind of like get hit by a flashlight real quick. Oh, so you just kind of get stunned a little bit. I think that could work. They all got different abilities, and I think them as one big character, not like a big character, but one character in general would be really fun. So plus, Brave Little Toaster kind of gets passed up on and not mentioned a lot. So I definitely want to include them in my wish list. So there's that. Next group of 4 characters. Stitch, Flick, A Bug's Life. Yeah, no, maybe, I don't know. Ursula, villains, let's go, and Hercules. I don't have anything to say about them. They all just kind of like seem to fit for me, so, and they're all wish list material, so there you go. Next group, seriously, I don't have anything else to say about them. They all seem to just work, right? Next group, again, Simba, Beast, Jack Sparrow, and Mulan. Characters that you would probably just expect to be on the roster. Even if you just expect them to, that doesn't mean that they shouldn't be, or, you know, whatever. You just expect them, but that doesn't mean you can't want them at the same time. So they just round out the roster very nicely. Very iconic, a ton of fan base. Everybody loves them. Everybody wants them. Maybe you don't play as every single one of them, but how do you leave one of them off the roster if the roster's 40, 50 plus characters, right? I don't think you can. So they all make the wish list / cut in this case. Next group, or the last group of 4 characters for row number 3, Aladdin and Genie, 2 different characters, but both of them would be fun. Snow White, I don't have it in the image, but imagine Snow White using all the 7 dwarves in her moveset somewhere. Sneezy comes out and sneezes on someone. Doc can heal you up. What if Dopey comes out and can act as like a, I don't know, like a you know, in Pokemon, the move Substitute, that little thing comes out and kind of takes damage for you, can take hit. Maybe Dopey's kind of the same thing. I don't know, whatever. It could be a fun idea there. And then Kim Possible. If you want to go outside the box a little bit, like if we're going to say a Disney Smash Bros. Game and we're going to include Disney franchises from like everywhere, let's go everywhere then, right? Let's go, not just the main stuff that we see a lot of, about something that might be a little under the radar. So Kim Possible would be very, very worthy addition in my book, and definitely on my wish list. So there you go. That leaves us with the last 8 characters. So the first group there, Alien, Predator, come on. Alien and Predator, they're Disney properties. So how about this? Imagine this. Predator versus Thanos. Predator versus Darth Vader. Alien versus something like that would be exciting. That would be exciting in my book. So I could not leave them off the roster. I could not. So yeah, that's why they're on here. But Bill Cipher, Gravity Falls fans, please tell me there's somebody in the comments if you answer any questions in this video, make it this one right here. Who else would love to see Bill Cipher in a Disney Smash Bros. Game? I can't be the only one, right? I can't be, right? No, there's no way. But then Avatar as well, too popular to leave off, right? Maybe multiple reps, maybe not. We'll have to wait and see. But that brings us to the final 4 characters. Who could they be? Well, Sora, Aqua, Kingdom Hearts. You gotta expect Kingdom Hearts rep. How many? I don't know. I feel like 4 might be too many, kind of like, you know, where the Mickey Mouse Club, Star Wars and Marvel, they get more reps because they're more well-known, I guess. But then you get Kingdom Hearts. Do they quite deserve 4? You can make an argument for it, but I shrunk it down to 2. So Sora for me, Aqua is the other one. I don't know, I think Aqua would be I don't know, is Aqua a sleeper pick? I don't know, that could be a whole different video. But then the last 2, you gotta go with Homer and Peter. I want that. So just to see, that. You imagine if Disney Smash Bros. Becomes a real thing, then it blows up and it becomes like this giant thing, and it's at EVO and it's at all these other fighting game and you get the championship, and you could have a match. You could have your grand finals match, something like Peter Griffin versus Thanos, Homer Simpson versus Spider-Man, something like that. Just seeing those two on screen, that fighting, I want that. I really hope a Disney Smash Bros. Game becomes a positive, an actual thing. That would be fantastic. But either way, this is going to be my roster for right now. We'll have to wait and see. It is, I guess we'll say, video game season. I think the day I'm uploading this is going to be the same day as the PlayStation Showcase. Maybe something gets shown there. I highly doubt it, but we still got June, I think a little bit in July. There's some stuff in August going on, so wait and see. Maybe we get surprised. Hopefully we do, but we'll have to wait and see. Either way, that is going to be it for this one. Let me know what you think of the overall roster. For 44 characters, how well does this play out? It's a good balance of heroes, villains, males, females, a lot like highly requested characters, some underused characters, stuff like that. Some surprises. What do you think? I don't know, rate it out of 10 if you want to, but that is going to be it for this one. I hope you enjoyed, and I guess I'll see you when I'm looking at you.